Hello, what's up guys? Today I'm going to talk about a topic that's going to bring the blockchain technology into a whole new different level. That is called the gasless transaction. Let's consider the situation where you go to Google and you type in something you want to search, and then a MetaMask pop up, and then you need to confirm the transaction, and then you click confirm, and then you have to spend the ether, and then you get what you want. It sucks, right? So that is where the gasless transaction come into play. In other fields such as finance, you got the profit from the transaction, so the gas fee is not a problem. But what if you want to apply the blockchain technology into other fields such as agricultural, such as so on. So today I'm going to talk about the gasless transaction. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to follow exactly the document from openzepelin, which called sending gasless transactions. Okay, so basically what it is trying to say is that when a user trying to send a transaction, they don't send a transaction, but they send what is called a meta transaction or a message. So when they send that, they send a meta transaction to a relayer, and the relayer will sign and then send the signed transaction to the blockchain. And the relayer also pays for the gas fee. But why the relayer doing that? Because after the relayer pay the gas fee, then it gets refunded by the recipient contract plus a fee. So technically it is not a gasless transaction. Someone still have to pay for the gas, but it is the recipient contract, not the user. Does that make sense? Okay, and we also say that what do they trying to say? That a network of relayer is called the gas station network. Okay, so let's see it in action. So here I got a openzepelin project. This is the package.json. This is all the dependencies is stored here. And then we got the network.js, which is pointing to our local host. And here we got a contract. This is our smart contract. It is a very simple smart contract. Here we got a state variable called value. And we got a function increase, which will increase the value to 1 whenever everyone call it. It's simple, right? So this is a transaction, and when you call the increase method, you will have to pay for the gas fee. But in this case, we are not going to pay the gas fee. Okay, so first thing first, I am going to see the document again, and I'm going to use the Ganache CLI to start a local development. Sorry, first we need to change the directory, so I'm going to cd and then plus to get back to the GS and daap directory, and then I'm going to run npx ganache CLI, and this should work. And it is working. So it is just the same as the truffle develop command. We will have a local development blockchain which is available with 10 pre-funded accounts with 100 ether. Here's the private keys. We got the mnemonic phrase here, and then we got the gas price, gas limit, and so on. So great. So the develop blockchain is running, and I'm gonna add a new bash here. So the next thing is I'm going to start a local development gas station network. Okay, and the openzepelin framework already exists with that. So let's see which command we're going to type. cd home /Kelvin gs and daap, and then enter. Okay, and then npx run relayer. Okay, and it is working. So we already got our blockchain running here, and we got our gas station network running here. The next thing I'm going to do is I need another terminal, and it is, let's try it again, cd home slash okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to deploy the counter.sol to the local development blockchain with the command, just come back and copy and paste npx oz deploy, and it is working. So you need to pay attention really closely here. Here we need to use the arrow key to select the options that we want. So I'm going to select upgradable here and pick a network, development network, and select the contract, the counter contract, and here, this part. Call a function to initialize the instance after creating it. Yes, definitely. And what function? It is the initialize function. So what we got here, so our contract is already deployed, and you need to copy this address, and this is the contract address. Copy this, and we need to fund this address with some fake ether so that it can pay for the gas fee. Okay, and let's get back and let's see what we're doing. We just copy and paste. Okay, npx ozgs and fund recipient, then recipient, and then the address. Okay, copy this part in here, and then we are going to paste the address here. I'm sucks at it. Recipient and then the address. There you go, and then enter. Okay, so what it is saying right now is say that the recipient is now with this balance. Okay, so we got the ether into the recipient contract. Let's try it out. I'm gonna cd client. This is the client front end and a basic React project with the source and the app.js and all the component and stuff. Okay, but for the demo for this, I'm just run npm. Oops, what's that? Npm start. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got the counter value here, which is set to 0, and then we click the button. We will call the increase function of the smart contract. I'll open the debug window so that we see what's going on. When I click this, and you see the counter value is now 1, and there is no MetaMask pop-up, no confirmation, and no ether spent. That's great, congratulations. That is our gasless transaction daap. So the next part, I'm going to show you step by step with explanation how we're going to deploy this. So as you can see here, I got a Ubuntu operating system running on Windows subsystem for Linux. Why I have to do that? Because openzepelin already official say that they not consider Windows as a platform. So if you're trying to do this tutorial on Windows, it's going to be a pain in the ass. So if you don't know how to install Windows subsystem for Linux, you can check out one of my video I put in the description below. It is in Vietnamese, but just follow the video and you get the point. Okay, so basically I got an Ubuntu operating system running here. Let's get back to the tutorial. Okay, first thing first, let's say here the first thing, set up the environment. Okay, make dir, run here, and then I paste it here. So basically what we're doing here is that we make a directory which is called the gsn daap, and then cd into the directory, because I already have the directory, so I need to change the name here. Test, no, what I'm doing, test, and then cd test. Okay, and it's good. Then npm init-y. So what are we doing here? You need to install node and npm, but if you're watching this video, I think you are at intermediate level, and I'm sure that you have exactly what I'm doing. So I just paste it here, npm init and -y. It's going to start a npm project, and we got the package.json here. Okay, let's get back to this, and we need to install this package. Okay, after 100 years, it is now done. And let's see what we need to do. We need to install a bunch of packages. Okay, let's do it here and paste it here. This is where the problem came in. I think the packages that we need to identify the version is this package, the contracts and Ethereum package. This version, this one we will need to specify a version, unless we don't want to run into an error. 2.5.0. Okay, Ethereum package at 2.5.0. Okay, and enter. Okay, let's get started. Okay, after 2000 years of waiting, we're finally up and running. So let's see what's going to be next. And we need to initialize a openzepelin project with this command. Why not? npx ozinit, enter. Welcome. Choose a name for your project. Okay, what is the name of the project? gsn slash daap slash test. Is this a slash? I don't think it's a slash. What do you call it? Whatever. And enter. Initialize version 1.0. Okay. And then what is trying to say? Run openzepelin deploy to deploy it. Okay, let's get back to the tutorial to make sure that we are We are up and running. We want to deploy the contract now, or we get to the front end. So based on this, we need to create our contract. Okay. And how do we create I just ls and to see what's happening here. So we got this folder contracts. I'm going to cd contracts, and I'm going to create a new contract by typing touch, if I can remember it right, counter.sol. Okay, let's ls, yeah, and we got counter.sol here. So we will get into the counter.sol by typing vim. If you're not familiar with vim, you can type v or whatever the editor in Linux that you want. Vim counter.sol, and we got a blank project. Okay, that's good. So the next thing is, here we got two contracts. So the first one here is the base contract, or the original contract, which is a very simple contract with the increase function. And with this one, let me try to explain it. Here we import the GSN recipient.sol from this package, and the counter contract is inherited from this contract. If you don't know what inherited is, you can search it up with the object-oriented programming, if I can pronounce it right, and you will know what an inheritance do. Basically, the counter contract will have all the properties and the functions that the GSN recipient contracts have. Okay? So, and we got another function here, accept relay call, which is when the relayer accepts the meta transaction. And we got a bunch of parameters here, address of the relay, the address from, and on, etc. And we do got the pre-relay call, and it's got the commands here, which means that you can do any computation, you can do anything you want before you call the relay. And after you call the relay, you can do whatever you want here. But in this case, we'll let it blank. Okay, so I copy the contract, and I'll get back to here. Where is it? Back to Vim. I type Y to the insert mode, and I paste it here. And then escape, and then I type colon, save. No, it's not cap. Save and quit. Is it in cap lock? Save and quit. Enter. Okay, let's check it out again. Vim counter.sol, and we got our contract. Great. Okay. No, and quit. Okay. So it's good. We got our contract. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to deploy the contract. openzepelin create. We'll run this to compile, and auto contract date. Okay. Actually, we're not going to use openzepelin create, but we're going to use openzepelin deploy, as it suggests here. Use openzepelin deploy. If you type openzepelin create, it will say that the command is deprecated and you need to use openzepelin deploy. So we are going to cd dot to get back to the directory, and then I will run openzepelin or npx oz deploy here. And yeah, we'll get back. We will deploy it with the upgradable network deployment. Can we just, are we running the deployment network right now? Yes, we're running here. So I need to stop this to show you step by step how it's done. Start this and close this. Okay, and just cancel it. So before you can deploy your smart contract, you need to start a local development blockchain with the command npx ganache CLI, no, CLI, this one. Okay, so we got our development blockchain. I will minimize this. We will let it running, keep running, and we need another terminal to deploy the contracts. I'll leave it here in the corner. Okay, another terminal. I'll type Ubuntu, enter, and let's make it bigger, 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 bigger. Okay, how's this? How's that sound? Okay, so first thing, cd home slash Kevin slash gsn daap test, enter. What is say here? No certified gsn daap slash homes. Oh, remember that. ls. Oh, so we just cd gsn daap test and we're in. Okay, so I'm going to run npx oz deploy to deploy the contract. Enter. Okay, and we're back to business. Upgradable, yes. Development, yes. Deploy the counter contract, and you see the blockchain is updated. You can see the contract created and the gas and the block number and something on. Initialize after creating, yes. Then we will choose the initialize function, and it works. So this is the contract address, and we need to copy this because we're going to use it for later. Okay, so development blockchain up and running, contracts deploy. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start the gas station network with the command that I don't remember. So I need to check it, and there it is, npx oz run relay. Okay, just copy and paste it here, npx run relay, and it is running. So okay, and this is kind of our backend with the blockchain, with the gas station network. So we will get back to Visual Studio Code to open the code and create the front end. I will give the link of the files of the Ubuntu operating system in your Windows system so that we can open it with our Visual Studio Code. It's here. Let me try to open it. So as you can see, it is here. Then GSN, daap, and test. We open it with Visual Studio Code, and this will make it much easier. Okay, we come into the contract, we counter.sol to check if everything is fine. Yeah, everything is fine. And we open the terminal. Actually, we are not going to open this terminal, but we're gonna open an Ubuntu on Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, open this. We don't want this, just kill that. And we type ls to see where we are. We are here, so we need to cd home slash Kevin slash gsn daap and test. Enter. Great, good to go. So the first package I'm going to install, it is going to be a package called create react app. This is a very common package that every React developer using. I saw them using in development, I saw them using in production, and kind of everyone use it. So npm install create react and app. Enter. Okay, so what do we got here? We already installed it, and we're gonna initialize a React app with the command create. No, I think we need to say npx create react app and then the name client in this folder. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's see here. We got the client folder, we got the source, and we got the app.js. This is not a React tutorial, so I'm not going to dip into this. We got app.js. This is our main file. And let's try this. Cd client, and then to start, we type npm start. And let's see. Okay, so now we got everything up and running. This is the, the website, the default website of create an app application. You see a beautiful logo rolling here, and that's good. Actually, if you're in your home or your office, you need to run this npm install to install all the dependency of the client React app, because in the Ubuntu I already installed all the packages and all the dependencies, so it is up and running and I don't have to run this. But if you're at home, you will need to run this command. Okay, so let's get back to our tutorial and copy all of this, the app.js. Okay, so we here and we paste it here. We don't want this, paste it here. Okay, and then we will run it again. Npm and start, and we got an error, cannot resolve build counter.json, blah blah blah. Why do we get this can resolve build contract? I get this. We get this error because we don't have a link to our build directory. You see, the client folder is here, but the build folder is outside of the client folder. And with React app, they cannot read the build directory. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a link from the client folder to the build folder. I'm sure this is in the tutorial, so I just come back and then into the source folder and type this command. Okay, copy this and then get back to here, get out this. I'm going to cd the src folder, src, right? And then run the command. Okay, and then npm start, and it is up and running. Let me open the debugging windows and show you what we got. If we click increase counter to 1, it will get the error, and it is saying that the recipient at this address has no funds. So we want to copy this and we're gonna fund it with some fake ether. So get back to this. I'm going to copy the command. Where is it? Instant created with 3. I think let's stop this, and we're gonna cd slash dot cd dot to get back to the directory, and let's check if we still got this. Here, there it is. There you go. And you're gonna delete this, delete, and paste the new contract, and then enter. Okay, everything good. It is now has some balance. And now we're gonna type npm start, and we got an error. Why is we need to cd our client and then npm start. Okay, open the debugger and then increase, and everything's fine. So that is how you build a gasless transaction daap for your project.